Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Better Lighting.
Yeah. Courtesy of Milwaukee Tools.
Yeah, what is that right there you got?
That's my work lamp. It's my mobile work lamp for...
Mhm.
It's actually got a big magnet on the back.
Yeah.
So when I'm actually doing, my job when I work, I can, attach it to metal things so I don't have to hold a flashlight.
This is here, because usually we use the light on your phone for lighting on this. Like, shit, I got 6% battery, and I was honestly like, oh, that should be enough, honestly. I know we've done this before when you had, 9% battery or something, and it went just fine. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I was on a site earlier. I was on a work site earlier, so I got this.
and it's tilted away from us right now.
It is, which that was really funny when we were picking out what place to put it, and I looked about like I do right now, except I
looked like a fucking ghost.
Yeah, I was reviewing a movie with the light at the end of the tunnel because apparently I died. So it'd be funny if we were using that old art lamp that you had from high school. How many watts was that?
Well, it held 4 bulbs, and I generally speaking kept 100-watt bulbs in it.
Yeah.
So technically, it was a 400-watt light.
Yeah, we once tricked our friend Buford. You may have seen some stuff before. We once tricked him by putting that outside the door when he was sleeping in his parents' den in a chair, and we shined it out there and convinced him it was morning. We just shined it on there and waited for him to get up and brush his teeth, and he did. And then we shut it off, and he came out of the bathroom looking so confused.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's our review of lighting.
Yes.
So we got out of 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, which came to Springfield last night, I think. Yeah, last night was its first night in Springfield. Otherwise, we would have seen it earlier in the week. But anyway, this is a fantastic fucking movie. You can tell we're in that season of the year where
it's Oscar season.
You're starting to get some
great...
award
season.
Yeah, you're getting some great movies rolling out there. So really, the last 3 movies I went to go see were absolutely fantastic. The last 3 movies I went to go see were Coco, Lady Bird, and this.
Yeah, the next month to month and a half, the beginning of January, when we get the things that were released just for Oscars.
Yeah. January is usually it's simultaneously the best month and worst months.
Well, because we're getting the stuff here in town that people in major cities got to see in December. And then we get all the garbage that comes out in January.
Oh, hell yeah. We got the stuff. Basically, what that means is we got the stuff that me and Dave will be at, and also the stuff Brian and I will be at. That's what that means. I'm glad we didn't have to wait till January for this.
I've been looking forward to this for a while.
We've been getting trailers for this for quite a long time. If you haven't seen the trailer for this movie, it's where Frances McDormand's daughter is brutally murdered, and months and months and months go by where no arrests are made or really no progress in this particular case. And this is a very small town in Missouri, and so to kind of stir things up a bit on that, she rents out these 3 billboards outside of town, which are there basically asking why no arrests, and it's
and then the last one is how come Sheriff Willoughby,
who's Woody Harrelson,
the sheriff, putting a name on it. Oh god, this movie was so fucking good.
It's because it's not a murder mystery, it's not a procedural or anything like that. It's a movie about how these billboards have affected this town and how everyone is dealing with them, and in various different ways, how it's affecting these people's lives, who all kind of tie in somewhat either to the town or this particular case. What's great about this movie is that this is a movie that deals with raw issues from the very brutal rape and murder of this girl, to even things like alcoholism, race, suicide, all kinds of stuff this movie deals with. And it's really funny.
It's hilarious.
It's
it's one of those movies that it's one of those things that, like, there's jokes in it that, because you're watching a movie about characters in a particular, don't mean to, like, drag on Missouri, but, you know, in Missouri, that some of the shit they say is awful. But it's still really hilarious.
This is a dark comedy.
Oh, yeah.
A very dark comedy. And if you've seen the dude's other movies before, In Bruges or Seven Psychopaths,
they're all very dark comedies.
Yeah. And this, having just come out of this movie, is probably my favorite one of the three. I enjoyed
that too.
I've enjoyed all of this guy's films. There's a lot of stuff that, one, I don't want to get into about the movie because there's no point in us getting deep into the things that, like, the storyline of this movie, because it's not surprising, but it's just so, the way it unfolds is very masterfully done. It is, because like, something might happen and you might think, well, like, this is convenient, or this is slightly, I don't know if predictable is the right word, but, like, this is a slightly convenient thing that's happening, but then it'll unfold larger and larger, and character, and, okay, for instance, in terms of the characterization of this film, this movie is much Sam Rockwell's movie as it is probably Frances McDormand's.
Well, she's... How do I describe that? She's the one that sets everything in motion.
She is.
But he's the one who has a turn.
Yeah.
You know?
He has the best arc of any movie I've seen this year. This is a character who starts out very antagonistic. Very unlike many things you've ever seen Sam Rockwell in. This is a different turn. Not that he's an actor who is the same in every movie. He's not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is a kind of Sam Rockwell I haven't seen before, even though he does dance in it.
Can't ever forget The Green Mile.
Oh, yeah. Very true. Very true. He is a very, very versatile actor. He absolutely is. Whether it's something that's great or even in a movie that so isn't, he'll turn in a performance where it's like, well, this kind of was worth the ticket price alone, like The Sitter.
Yeah, yeah, where that movie was awful, and then Sam Rockwell showed up, and it's like, well, I'm at least in for this.
Yeah, exactly. And he has the biggest arc in this film. You might be following a certain character around, and then events will happen, and it shifts to being about someone else in the movie who, again, we've seen characters talk about how they're a torturer and engage in police brutality, and we see Sam Rockwell's character engage in police brutality in this film. You see it in the trailer. But again, like I said, the turn that it does with him and where it goes with his character, it is an amazing arc in this film, and it's fantastic writing.
And it's fantastic acting, because...
Yeah. Because it's believable.
Well, and when he has this event that makes him reevaluate things, because I don't want to say change, I want to say reevaluate.
No, yeah.
It's not like a big scene where there's a lot going on. It is a quiet scene that's all about a subtle form of acting, and he fucking rocks it.
Oh, yeah.
All the while, everything that's actually happening in the scene is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, again, there is such dark stuff in this movie. There is brutal violence in the film. I mean, not the most brutal I've seen of the year, but there is one moment of violence in this film that fuck me did I look away from the screen when it happened. Because when it happens fast. And I quickly turned and went, whoa, fuck! And I didn't never once even contemplated doing that during Jigsaw, but this movie...
Yeah. Well, it's a different context, too. I mean,
it is.
In this movie, it's a dark comedy, but everything that happens in it is incredibly believable.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same kind of thing, and, like, I think it's similar as to, like, in Fargo, you know, where it's like, okay, this is a comedy, but everything that happens in this is very plausible.
No, it is, because there'll be a scene where, like, domestic violence is happening, and then it's interrupted by somebody walking into the room when they just simply want to use the restroom, and the awkward dialogue that would probably flow out of somebody, especially someone with the smarts of this character that it happens with. Yeah, this was a fun sit. It was, and I really really quick too, I do want to talk about how Sam Rockwell's mom in the movie, who is one of my favorite parts of this film, is Mrs. Mack.
Yeah, it's Mack's mom.
Sandy Martin is Sam Rockwell's mom in this movie, and the first time you see her, and a lot of times you see her in this movie, she is sitting on a couch, chain smoking, watching television, and I'm watching it going like, oh, so this is Country Mac's mom. No, I was really like that actress, and she's one of my favorite parts of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I love that she's in this, and I also love that there are some similarities between her character in this and Mac's mom. Did you see the episode they did last season where they made it look like a sitcom with the two moms?
No, I'm several seasons behind.
Oh, okay.
I need to catch up because actually, like, starting Monday, I'm probably going to catch up because they're taking it off Netflix.
It's still on Hulu if you have that.
Oh, okay. I do have Hulu. Yeah.
I don't know if every season is, but at least like the last couple seasons are, because that's how I saw season 12.
This is either going to be really brief or we're going to go on a lot of tangents because I don't think either of us want to like give too much away from this movie.
No, other than I will say I really do love the ending of this movie.
Yeah.
Like when you go into a movie like this and you know the plot that this woman lost her daughter due to a rape and murder, and it is about the cops who are investigating it, and it is about what she's doing to try to stir the pot to get this and to get closure on this. Don't go into this thinking that it's a procedural. Don't go into this thinking like it's gonna have some Seven-esque ending, like a cop film or something like Wind River or a movie like that.
Like all of Neil McDonough?
Martin
McDonough. Like all of his other movies, it doesn't. There's no bow on it. Mm-hmm. Which sometimes, honestly, I'll be honest, in movies that aren't well made, if there isn't a good bow on it, it annoys the piss out of me.
Sure.
But in a movie that is well made, and there's a reason there's not a bow on it.
Yeah.
Like this movie, there's not a bow on it, but there's not a bow on it for a reason, because the story's not supposed to be done.
No.
Not that there's going to be a sequel, and I hope to God there's not, but...
I doubt that.
But the ending of this movie is... Actually, I think the entirety of this movie is about sending its characters on a path different from where they're at.
Yeah.
So not putting a bow on it, I think, works.
Yeah, because it makes the ending of this film, again, it goes along with the realistic tone of the rest of the movie, but it's also simultaneously poetic and haunting.
Yeah.
And, again, funny and bittersweet at the same time.
It's... Bittersweet's good, because, in my brain, before you said that word, I was like, it's uplifting, but really depressing.
Yeah, which is... This movie is masterful at doing that, because, again, there's scenes that these characters are tortured. Like, these characters are just lost souls in this film.
Yeah,
like,
just about everybody in this movie's fucking broken.
Yeah, they are broken, tortured human beings, and this movie shows that, hey, maybe, you know, comedy is the best medicine. Like, yeah. It makes it funny. It makes it funny in a way that's written so smart, because they don't know they're telling a joke, the characters in the movie, like, for the most part.
Well, sometimes they do.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. But a lot of it is just the humor of the particular situation, whether it's Frances McDormand's stone face walking up to her ex-husband with a wine bottle in his hand, and the shit in a brick look on John Hawke's face when it happens.
I love John Hawke.
Same here.
I love that he's good in everything. No matter what it is, he's fucking good. It's the same with Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
I honestly feel John Hawke is one of the most underused character actors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And it's nice seeing him play, like, a dude that could be intimidating.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember back in the 90s when he was always kind of the fast-talking, like, guy who's in the movie for, like, one scene and gets killed horribly.
Yeah.
Like, From Dusk Till Dawn at the very beginning of it. And Playing God, I think he was in that, too. Again, as, like, stringy-haired, like, crazy person.
The guy they would get to do the Steve Buscemi-esque character without paying Steve Buscemi to do it.
Yeah, I can see that. I highly recommend the movie. I absolutely do. It did a lot of things in terms of being a very dark comedy about very serious issues in the movie. Not that the tone of these two movies are similar, but both of them are dark comedies. This movie does it better than the last dark comedy I saw, which was Suburbicon, which I didn't think was that bad, honestly. I thought it was fine. It was flawed as fuck, but it was fine.
Yeah. This does the dark comedy about those issues with a certain amount of unflinching grace. Because it doesn't back away from the characters by trying to explain away their prejudices or stupidity. It embraces it, but...
Yeah, it reminded me of Hell or High Water in that regard.
Yeah, it's... The characters are the characters. Like, and the movie is there to service those characters. And it's laid out in such a way that... Well, some of the characters have despicable tendencies.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are truly bad people.
Yeah, no.
Well, the one guy, but that's...
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like, it's about characters that are severely flawed.
Yeah.
But they're not two-dimensional. They're not good or evil.
Yeah, yeah.
They're what this situation can turn an already flawed person into. Especially in certain cases where they're dealing with grief, whether it's Frances McDormand with her daughter, or whether it's Sam Rockwell with something that happens about 45 minutes into the movie. So go see this movie. Definitely go see it in theaters. We were talking about this outside the car. I do think it's going to get at least recognized nomination-wise.
I definitely can see... I mean, we've got another month to see what all's going to come out for the season. Like, and, you know, I always be like... every year I'm like, yeah, that's going to get nominated, and then I'm really disappointed when it doesn't. Especially movies that come out early in the year, like how much we loved Lost City of Zed. And it's not going to get shit.
Because it came out way early in the year.
Yeah, it came out way early in the year, and that's just the way it happens. This, I can definitely see Frances McDormand giving a nomination.
Yeah, absolutely. At the least, that's going to happen.
I would love to see Sam Rockwell get a nomination, because this is one of his performances that definitely earns it.
Yeah.
But he's also... I don't know... I honestly feel he is one of the best working actors we have
Yeah.
right now. And I have felt that way for a long time.
Absolutely.
I've felt that way since Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Yeah, he is one of those actors where his involvement with the movie will make me more interested in seeing the film.
But it's, I feel like even when he really earns it, I never feel like he gets enough attention.
Yeah.
And
this one, I hope he does.
I do
hope
too.
he gets a nomination for this. I think it's... I would put money on Frances McDormand getting a nomination for this, which she deserves. Dear God, does she deserve... This is one of her best performances. And she's a great fucking actress. And Sam Rockwell, I hope so. I hope at the least it gets some acting nods. It's by far one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah,
it totally is.
I can see this getting an original screenplay nod,
I could
too.
see it getting... I mean...
Technically, I'd see it getting a lot, but...
Yeah, like...
but it all depends on what it's up against, you know?
Anymore, the fact that we have like 9 or 10 nominations, I think this movie easily could get a Best Picture nomination.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe back in the day when it was just 5.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it does have a lot of buzz around it. It totally does. But you know, I mean, there's still whether there's 5 nominated Best Picture movies or 10, there's still upsets. Or there's still things that get overlooked.
No,
I hope that's not the case with this.
Yeah.
No, I hope it's not the case with this movie. One of my favorite movies of the year was Detroit, and I don't see that getting nominated for anything. I think Irving and I are among the only 2 people that wanted to go see that.
Yeah. It's too bad.
That was a disturbing fucking movie, seriously. Any final thoughts on this?
It's good. Go see it. Like, honestly, like, if you listen to our opinions and you base that to go see movies, well, this is very highly rated in my, like...
Then you should definitely go see Bad Moms Christmas. See, we gotta use our powers for evil.
Well, I think we did suggest Best Man Holiday.
Oh, wait, well, you know, that wasn't evil.
No, that was joyful.
That was a Christmas present. That's what that was.
Oh, man. What will win the Razzie? Who knows yet? We got time.
The Razzies. What will win the probably Emoji.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot of them.
Yeah, if I were to guess, not that it's, don't get me wrong, that'll be on my bottom 10. I don't think it's gonna be my number 1 worst movie. Although it could be.
It was really bad.
No, yeah, totally, but
really bad.
Dude, we also saw Let There Be Light. That was worse.
That's true.
You know, Let There Be Light could have a chance of getting the
Let
Razzie.
There Be Light's... Yeah.
Last year, Hillary's America got the Razzie for Worst Picture, and I think Saving Christmas did the year it came out.
Yeah.
Let There Be Light has a chance, honestly.
Yeah, I think it does. Earlier, I saw... It wasn't even a paid one, but I'm going to bring it up because I'm curious by what the fuck they meant, if they're still paying attention. Everybody else shut up and let this person talk. Somebody asked for confirmation on Cheap 2. We're not doing that, are we?
No.
I didn't think so. Why? The story's over. And also, we're Brad's smaller and I'm way fatter than I used to be.
Although, I mean, with that being said,
everyone fucking died.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Did I? No, I didn't die. Me and the...
Well, I died, and I'm the only one that matters.
I'm sitting here asking that, and I fucking wrote and directed the movie. Like, did I die in this movie that I wrote and directed? Well, Max Force is still gonna be in, like, stuff in the future.
Yeah, well, that's...
I don't know. Maybe that was a joke Diamanda had in her review. I can't remember. Diamanda Hagen reviewed Cheap.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't watch the video, no offense to her. But, yeah, I saw that she did.
Oh, yeah. Check that out. It was an honor. I love it when my movies get reviewed. Yeah, that's over on the site. I think it's in the bonus video section. That was really funny. I like that. Yeah, no, there's not going to be a Cheap 2.
spin-off to 80s Dan. No. I still wish we had done that one special we were talking about for 80s Dan, but
What was that?
Weren't we going to do one where... I can't even fucking remember how it was supposed to go.
Fuck no, I wrote like a Halloween special on it that never got filmed. I can't even remember what happened in it.
Yeah. Well, I remember that my character was coming back for something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. 80s Dan was fun, but at the same time, like, we're all old and have responsibilities and weird shit. It's hard to organize that crap now.
That was a hard show to organize. Little Disco's coming out in December.
Yeah, Disco. Yeah. It's like a movie a year, like an expensive movie and a cheap movie. And then we're gonna alternate. That's what you're gonna get.
That's what they meant by cheap too. It's like, no, it's not cheap too. Just the movie is cheap. That's all.
We do have plans for a new series though that we'll probably start working on when Disco's done.
Once Disco, there is a new series coming up.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
That we're all really, really, really looking forward to. That's gonna be my main focus once Disco is all wrapped and posted and everything.
It's not really going to be scripted, but it's going to be fun.
No, it's not. It's not, but it's going to be it's going to be really, really fun. I have really, really high hopes for it. And the final episode of Lloyd, or the finale of Lloyd, is coming up soon too. Yeah. All right, guys.
We're obviously out of shit to talk about.
I can't believe we went 26 minutes.
We talked about this movie for like 7 of those minutes.
Yeah, we did. It happens.
It's that time of year where we don't want there's a lot of movies where I'll just go, fuck it, spoilers, here we go.
Yeah.
But this is one of those ones I want everyone to see this movie.
Mm-hmm. I still got to see Wonder and Roman J. Israel sometime. I'll try to see those before they leave. I'll try. Like, maybe I'll go.
Roman J. Israel's not getting good reviews. So.
Yeah, but what else am I gonna do on a Tuesday night?
True.
I don't know what comes out next week.
Do you want me to look it up real quick?
Huh?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know what comes out on Thursday. I'm looking at it's a race right now.
I want this fucking app open. My phone's being weird. This might not happen.
Shape of Water and The Disaster Artist.
Thanks,
chat. No, that's what this. Unless they're lying to us. Okay, I've seen this a couple of times. One of them was a joke. The other one I don't think was. Somebody pissed because I think that when you're in the chat, and I'm sure the chat can probably knows more about this than I do, because I'm never in the chat because I'm always in front of the thing, but I think there's like a spam filtering or something like that, where probably if you say something like really, really racist or bigoted or something like that, it'd probably get picked up by the chat room and whatnot. Apparently this has happened before, and so someone was yelling, saying, "That son of a bitch Brad Jones fucking banned me from his chat just because I had the gall to disagree with him." So that means this person is under the impression that with my psychic powers, I can sit here on a live stream in front of the camera and mentally ban you from the chat. Just when I thought flat earthers were the dumbest people online.
It's like, I only called him the N-word twice.
Right, it's a 3 strikes and you're out policy on that in terms of the comments. Anyone who thinks they get banned simply for just disagreeing has never been to our comment section.
Like, back when the comments used to be on the actual website. You guys realize that the 2 biggest trolls on there were me and Brad, right?
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Now it's on YouTube,
no, it's even funner on YouTube. Trust me.
I just go through and report people.
See, blame him. He's the one who's psychically banning people from the live stream with his mental powers. best Justice League character. All right, thanks a bunch, everyone in the chat. Leave it with that one guy on there who just said, "Get out of my head."
No.
Well, hey. All right. Oh, sorry. All right, the lights are. We've been cut off. So, see you guys. Thanks
It's time
for watching.
for kissing.